My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and welcome to Life's a Pitch. Life's a Pitch is a Black-owned business pitch competition that we do every Monday at 8 p.m. on Financial Juneteenth TV. Now, come on in and get comfortable, and we're going to bring in some Black-owned businesses, and we're going to lay out their pitches so that you can decide which Black-owned business deserves to be the Black-owned business of the week. So another person who loves Black-owned business is my friend, Miss Lene Javette, CEO of Upscale Noir, and also just all-around amazing Black woman. How you doing today, Lene?
I am good. Thank you. I'm super excited to be here. I look forward to Mondays. Like, I get excited for this. So I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing really good. I'm really good. And I'm excited too. You know, I love the fact that we've had a chance to really help a lot of businesses in terms of helping them tighten their game up, helping them to get exposure, free advertising. A lot of these folks are making money because of their appearance on the show. And also people that are watching are gaining because they're learning where the businesses are, how to support the businesses, also how to build your own. You know, we're really big on building our own. So we built this. We created this platform for Black-owned businesses to get the exposure they need, and those who love Black-owned businesses to get the opportunity to support. So everybody in the chat, let's do a little ritual. You know, you guys know we're Black first. That means that we put our community first ahead of anything else. We can't solve everybody else's problems till we solve our own. So to type hashtag B1 in the chat. Also do another hashtag. Do the hashtag Black-owned business. Hashtag Black-owned business or Black-owned or something like that, because we're Black, bliggity Black, and we believe that if we put all of our energy into building Black-owned businesses in our community, we can create our own jobs, we can build wealth, we can do something great with that 1.4 trillion that we have every year. So, Lene, people that are in the chat, if you could, can you explain how this works and just how people can actually get a chance to be on the show and just, you know, just some other things they need to know?
Yes, I would love to. So first of all, let me first just say thank you to everyone that has submitted their pitch. If you have not seen it yet, that's because we're working through them. However, for those of you that are interested in submitting a pitch, let me tell you how to do it, okay? Let me back up. A couple of things. If you have submitted your pitch and you have not seen it, it's one of two things. Either we haven't gotten to it yet, or you haven't given us all the details. So I'm going to make sure that you guys know what all you need to give to us so that you can actually get your business put on the Life's a Pitch competition, okay? So you need to join the email list. That's the first thing. If you go to www.allblackeconomics.com, again, that's allblackeconomics.com, you have to get on the email list, okay? Once you get on the email list, you will be notified when we are looking for new pitches, okay? I believe the first email you're going to get will be automatic. You're going to get Dr. Boyce's book. It's going to come to you for free, but just keep up with that email. Make sure you add us. Make sure you don't mark us as spam. Make sure you get our email direct to inside your email inbox so that you know when we are looking for pitches, because that is when you'll hit the link. You'll go to the submission form. You'll tell us about your business. And the most important thing is send us a video. Okay. We get a lot of submissions without a video. And so if you don't have a video, you don't have anything to pitch. We don't have anything. So you have to submit a video with your pitch. And then that's literally how you get on Life's a Pitch, the competition. We show your pitch. We do a wealth mob. We send people to your business. We lovingly critique your business. The people look your business up in the comments. And we added a new element, Black Business of the Week. That's new. So, you know,
Well, you know what? The goal really at the end of the day is to learn, support, and to expose Black businesses to the world. You know, we want Black economics to spread, you know, more than any virus has ever spread in the history of all mankind. Like, I want Black wealth to spread like a virus, except it's a good virus, right? And also remember, we have a vaccine against all the poverty and all the strugglenomics that we've been playing for a really long time. And that is buy Black, build Black, and own Black. If you own things that are Black, if you build things that are Black, and you run your own businesses, create your own jobs, then it's harder for people to exploit you. It's harder for people to control you. So we must have, in this generation, an economic revolution. It's absolutely important. And you guys are the soldiers in this revolution. So say something in the chat. Shout out the city that you're from. Also, shout out the name of your Black-owned business. If you're running a Black-owned business, we want to know about it. And so, Lene, did you have anything else to say before we actually get started?
thank you for allowing me to say one more thing. Andrew Rivera, I see your comment, and thank you for asking. The pitch is, when you submit your pitch, it should be less than 90 seconds, which is 1 minute and 30 seconds. So no more than 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay, so you have 90 seconds to do your pitch. Sorry about that. I probably should have added that. So thank you for catching that.
Yeah, and I think that's important too, to know that that you have to follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, then we can't let you in. We can't consider the pitch. We'll try to cover everybody's pitch. We get a ton of them. We kind of get overwhelmed with pitches, but there's a URL if you want to submit. It's allblackeconomics.com. If you go to allblackeconomics.com, there is not a submission form on that page. You'll be added to the email list, though. I'll give you a free e-copy of my book, It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar, and you'll be on our email list. You'll get free information from the Black Business School. And then what happens is, after we go through all the pitches, we will then go back to the list of submissions, and we will reach back out again, and we will solicit more submissions. And when you submit, that means you'll just record a YouTube video, 90 seconds or less. You'll put the link in there, and then we'll have your pitch, and we'll be able to consider it for the competition. So until that time, watch what other people are doing. Watch the mistakes that they make. Watch the things that they do right, things they do wrong, so that when you deliver it and break it down, you can have your best put forward. I mean, thousands of people will see the video, and this might be the thing that launches your business. I mean, we've launched a lot of brands off the different platforms that we're connected to. I mean, there's a lot of people out here who, like, there's one lady who just told me she made $1 million this year, who hadn't made any money 2 years ago, and literally she launched on this platform, right? And there's other people out there as well. So I think that people shouldn't underestimate the power of having an audience. But when you step in front of that audience, you got to be able to show and prove. You got to be able to deliver so that you can get the most out of the situation. Lene, any thoughts?
No, I think you're absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head. This is the way we do it. We do it in a loving manner. We show support. And you've said this before, support isn't always financial. It's not always with dollars, because a lot of times we think you have to give somebody money to support them, but it could be a referral. It could be a share. It could be buying something for someone else. It could be speaking on somebody's business. It could be feedback. It could be saying why you didn't do business with this business. So that's really what this is about. It's making sure that we have the businesses in our community are prepared for business, that people know about these businesses, and that these businesses get to do good business, because I truly believe that our businesses are the dopest businesses out there.
Yes, I agree with you. I mean, I personally think that not only are our businesses the dopest out there, but the truth is that maybe in this generation, there are some of us who are first generation business owners, and that means you're going to have to learn. That means you're going to have to make some mistakes. But that means you can't discount yourself, because sometimes that first generation kind of gets it a little bit. Maybe you get a trickle, but then what happens is the next generation turns that trickle into a stream, or maybe a waterfall, or, where they're making it rain on their children and grandchildren. So never underestimate the little things that you're doing in this generation, because these things turn into big opportunities later on. So, Lene, any thoughts before we begin with the first pitch?
No, I am super excited. I'm ready to get started. Do you want to? So, Andrew, let's work $1 Million Motivation. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just super excited. Like, I can't wait to see. So tonight, I don't know if you've seen the pitches yet, but I haven't seen any of these pitches. So we'll literally be watching them for the first time with you. Are we going to do what we did last week and go look at the websites to just take it a step further?
You know what? Maybe we can. Why not? That's what Lene wants to do. So why don't we do what Lene wants to do? Fine, Lene. We'll do what you want to do.
Okay. We won't stay long. Just a little peeky peek.
I'm just playing. I totally think that's a great idea. I'm just being a little bit of a butt today. But all right, so here we go. Let me pull up the video, and I will share my screen, and you will see the first picture here. Do me a favor right now in the chat, everybody, on the count of 3, hit the thumbs up button, share or subscribe, and also the notification bell. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Everybody hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and please hit that notification bell, because that's really important. And also, don't forget, if you want to text the word voice to 31996, we can send you a text alert when we go live. And last piece here is the Black Wealth Calendar. I think we have a few of those calendars left for 2021. So if you want to get a Black Wealth Calendar, you can go to blackwealthcalendar.com. So there you go. All right. So let me pull up this. Let me pull up the first pitch. Let's see. There we go. Let me share my audio. All right. So you should see a beautiful Black woman on the screen who's about to drop it like it's hot. Let's see what she got going on here. All right, so here we go.
Peace and love, family. My name is Crystal. I'm the creator of the Black Economic Exchange Group. The Black Economic Exchange Group mission is to rebuild Black Wall Street one brick at a time. We do this by supporting and showcasing Black-owned businesses locally and online. And we showcase them on our Instagram and Facebook pages, which we created 175,000 organic views. And right at this point, we decided to go a step further and create a website. And we will have an online store, which will be dropping on Black Friday of 2020, that will only display Black-owned products only. And we will also have a classified, a Black business directory, and a blog, and also news which will showcase Black-owned businesses, as well as things that affect the Black community. Right now, as of 2021, we will be opening a brick and mortar store on the Avenue of Fashion in Detroit, Michigan, which will also showcase Black-owned businesses and their products in our stores. And we also will have local vendors come out and show their showcases as well. I'm looking forward to that. And you can also check our website at blackeconomic.net, and also go to our Instagram at Black Economic Exchange Group and our Facebook Black Economic Exchange Group social media management. I thank you for your time, and you have a wonderful night.
Okay, so Lene, what's the...
So overall, I think she did a good job. Overall, I think she did a great job. Let me say there. So overall, I think she did a great job. When I'm listening to pitches, I'm looking down and I'm taking notes. So if I can hear what you're saying and it's making sense and the flow is good before I even look up at you, I think it's a great pitch. So I'm opening with it was a great pitch. When I looked up, because this is a visual elevator pitch, some of the visual was a little bit off. I thought she was a beautiful person, but the recording was a little bit muddly, like the screen was a little bit not clear. But that's literally all I can take. That's all I have for her. She said what it is. She said how it works. She let you know what's coming. She let you know what's included on the site. They got blog, they got news. You know what I'm saying? She let you know the brick and mortar is coming up. She gave out the URL. One thing I would recommend, and I say this to everybody, to all businesses, business owners, is make sure that your business name and or your social media handle are the same as much as possible. If they're not going to be the same, then make sure that all of your social media handles are the same. So she went back and forth a little bit between Black Economic Exchange and just Black Economic. I think the website URL is blackeconomic.net, but then there's Black Economic Exchange Group, but then there's Black Economic Exchange. There was something else. And so that could be a little bit distracting to someone if you're trying to get them to follow you and keep up with you. Try to have one handle if at all possible. Test your handle. Is it available on Facebook? Is it available on Instagram? Is it available on Twitter? Is it available on whatever platforms you're going to use, so that when you're doing something like this, when you're pitching or you're speaking, it's very simple. Go check us out at Black Economic Exchange. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. You just want to make that simple. But overall, I thought it was really, really good.
All right, so let me start from the beginning. I think I agree with you that it was it's a great noble idea, and I think that obviously it's much needed in the world, and I think it's a beautiful thing. What I would have liked to have seen, besides what you mentioned, the visual, I didn't think the visual. It was a person sitting on their bed holding the cell phone up, and that's okay, right? It's okay, but maybe a little bit more of a formal touch might have worked. And then also, I think a call to action is good. Meaning, what do you want me to do now? Like, what do you want what role would I play? Do you want me to come in as a business that's going to sign up for the exchange, that's going to get some sort of benefit? Like, okay, if you pay a monthly fee, we'll give you X, Y, Z. Are you asking me to support as a potential customer? Are you looking for investment for Black-owned businesses? Like, what is it exactly that you want from me? I think that's important, because if you don't tell people what to do, they're just going to sit there and look at you. They're going to say, okay, that sounds nice. All right, have a good day. Right. So I think being very specific and clear, and I guess as a person who gets pitched a lot, and Lene knows this because we work together, when I get pitched a lot, there are a lot of people who tell me what they're doing, And I think that it's almost like I think they want me to do something, but I'll be thinking, well, what do they want me to do? Right. And if you don't, so what you want to do is you want to be able to say to a person, okay, excuse me, this is specifically what we would like for you to do. We'll do this and you do that. And then you got to make sure that this and the that are equal, right? If it's like, I'll do this and you do that, that's not going to work too well either, right? Because I can believe me, I have no shortage of pitches I receive from people that want us to do all the legwork and them to sit back and collect money, right? And that's not going to work. The this and the that have to match, right? The last piece I would say on this is that I heard a lot of talk about what she's going to do, right? Like, we will set this up and we will do this and we will offer that and we will create that. There's a big difference between what you create in your mind and what's actually, a real manifest sort of thing that's actually real and functional and working. Even something that is functional and working, that doesn't get a lot of traffic, that doesn't make a lot of money, has a lot more potential than something that's just up here, that's operating wonderfully in your mind, in our brain. Our brains can go to the ends of the universe in a split second. I can build a 300 or 3,000 foot skyscraper in my head just like that. But there's a difference between building it in my head and building it in the real world. And I see a lot of that. When I see the imagination, the creativity of the entrepreneur, sometimes we got to know how to draw that bridge between what's real and what's not real. And if it's up in your head, it's real to you, but it's not real to the world. So it's hard to get somebody. In fact, anybody who's investing in business, make sure you always know the difference between investing in something that's real and something that's imagined, because those are two different things. Lene?
So, one, I agree with you on speaking before you putting the cart before the horse. So I do agree with, don't talk about things unless they're coming down. In this in particular case, because of what we're doing and how close to Black Friday is, I think it made sense, because she didn't know when we were going to show this video, if it was going to be before Black Friday or after Black Friday. So speaking about the site launching on Black Friday, I'm going to put a disclaimer. In this in particular situation, I think it made sense, because if you go to the website, which I just did, it is up. So she said, we're going to have our website up by Black Friday. It's up. And I thought she looked familiar. I was like, I've seen this lady's face before. I know this lady. And when I looked at the website, her name is Crystal Rice. She is familiar. I believe I met her through the Black Business School or through the Black Wealth Bootcamp. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I met her, or I know of her, or she found me through you. But hey, shout out to Chris. I was like, why does this business sound familiar? I've heard this name before. She looks familiar. I feel like I know this, but when I went to the website, I saw her name. I was like, that's Crystal. So, but okay, so there's that. So the other thing is, I kind of sort of, I don't even know if you said this, so let me not say I agree or disagree with you. You said there should be a call to action, which I do agree with, but you also said, I don't know what it is that she does. I kind of disagree with you on that one a little bit, only because it says Black Economic Exchange. So it's telling you that this is a place where Black businesses, Black people can come to exchange. Now, I don't know product, goods, or services, but economically. So when I hear it, it makes me already think like Black Economic Exchange. I'm interested. What are we exchanging? Does it have to do with our economics? Even if I don't know exactly what it means, I'm curious. It made me go check out her website to see what is she talking about. And that's what you want. If you're not going to tell people exactly what it is that you do, because in today's day and age, a lot of business names and titles and URLs and domains are gone. So you do have to be creative. But Black Economic Exchange, to me personally, it hits on Black, which I love. My whole business is built on economic empowerment. So she talked about the economics. And I believe in exchange. So for me personally, it hit on everything that I love. Yeah, I saw somebody, hey, Crystal. There goes Crystal right there. Could she have kind of a little bit more energy? Yes, she could have had a little bit more energy. Could the visuals been a little bit better? Yes, they could have. But whenever I give my take on elevator pitches, I always do it from the perspective of, if your eyes were closed and all you could do is hear the person's pitch. Okay, right? Because if you were getting this pitch on an elevator, we're not looking at the background. All we have is that person's voice and their presentation. However, when you're doing it this way, we get to critique a lot of other things. What do your background look like? What is your energy level? Did you put everything that you should have in your pitch? So from that perspective, the reason why I said I thought it was a good pitch was, to me, she hit on all of those things. There were some, visually, you do have to make sure your visuals look good. You do want to make sure that your energy is good. If you're not excited about your business, how am I going to be excited about your business? You do want to make sure that you're telling me what the domain name is. And you do want to make sure that you leave me with a great impression with regards to your social media so that I want to follow you. But I still think it was one of the better pitches that we've seen. I still think it was a good pitch.
Well, it definitely was. And I certainly, this platform is all positive. So I definitely don't want at all at any point to say that
Dr. Boyce didn't just shit on your pitch at all.
Yeah. That's not the goal. My goal is not, they're like, this is a great Black owned business. And I think that I felt that I needed to kind of understand the vision a little bit more, and maybe figure out some things that kind of make this platform a little bit different from some of the other platforms that might be out there. Doesn't mean it has to be completely different, right? We need 10,000 Black-owned business exchanges. What are you showing me?
I didn't say it because I thought you were going to say something around saturated market. Like I thought you were going to say something around, is this market saturated? So I left that one for you, and you didn't say it, but you kind of talked about it just a smidge. But we hear, saving Black Wall Street, stock market exchange, Black economic exchange. These are businesses that we hear about happening fairly often. Everybody's coming to save Black people. Mm-hmm. And so to your point, how are you going to do it differently? How are you going to stand out? What makes you different? Like those are things that are important and that you do want to cover in your pitch. But I thought you were going to say it, so I didn't say it.
Well, you know what? I don't think the market's saturated. And the reason I don't is because we need 1 million Black-owned businesses. Like we need. Think about it. White people don't seem to have one of anything. They tend to have as many as they want to create, and eventually, when the market really becomes saturated, then the cream rises to the top, and some things disappear. But I personally think that we need to literally flood the universe with Black economics. Like I think that we just got to go crazy in terms of saying how many Black entrepreneurs can we create? How many millions of Black wealth builders can we create? How many millions of Black people can we get just digging into investing and wanting to acquire assets? And that power is that's how other communities acquire their wealth. You'll never run short of Chinese entrepreneurs. If you go to China, you could not that you'd ever do that, but you could literally annihilate 1 million Chinese entrepreneurs and it wouldn't even make a dent. It'd be like dropping a pebble in the ocean. Right. So think about it. Think about it like I think that we should have as many business owners and wealth builders in the Black community as we have basketball players, football players, twerkers, and rappers. Like I think if you think about that, we will never run out of twerkers, rappers, basketball players, and football players. So we should never run out of entrepreneurs and wealth builders. Those shouldn't be the unicorns. That should just be the standard. And now the next step, though, is that we have to become very good at what we do. In a way, we're a little bit, when it comes to entrepreneurship, because we have too much of that slave culture from back in the day, we're a little bit like what the Chinese are when it comes to basketball. When I was in China, every boy in China played basketball. I was really astonished by how many boys love basketball. Every time I went to the cafeteria, when I taught a class in China, every time I went to the cafeteria, they would have like the Kobe Bryant or the Lakers or whatever, because they were in the championship. They would have them on the TV. And I asked one of my students, I said, it seems like every boy here plays basketball. He said, yes, every boy, every friend I have plays basketball. Now, here's the problem. They had an oversupply of Black boys, or not Black boys, Chinese boys that wanted to play basketball, but they were terrible basketball players. They were absolutely horrible. And like I went to the court, I felt like Michael Jordan because they literally, because they were first generation basketball players, they just sucked at it. They were terrible. You could steal the ball from them, block their shots. You could get any rebound because they didn't know the basics of the game. Right. So but now they're getting better. Now they're learning. They're getting, they're second generation now. Right. So I think the same thing is true with us as wealth builders and entrepreneurs. Some of us are just first generation. We're going to stumble through it. Business won't look like it's nothing. You're going to make a lot of mistakes, but you're learning. And what's going to really happen, the acceleration point is going to take place, I think, around between the years 2050 and 2070. I thought about this. That's when our kids and grandkids are going to be like, yeah, way back in 2020. My grandma, took a class from Du Bois Watkins and she taught me what she knows. And now I run $1 billion company. That's what's going to happen. So there we go. And
just to reiterate, we've talked about this before. There's no such thing as a saturated market. There's no such thing as saturated market. However, what you want to do, which is what I just said, is if you're going to enter into a market where there's other people, make sure you stand out. What makes you different? How are you going to do it differently? There's McDonald's, there's Wendy's, there's Whataburger. They all serve a burger, but each one tastes different. It's still a burger. One comes with all beef patty, special sauce, cheese. You know what I'm saying? So there's no such thing as too much of it. There's a new coffee company coming up, and Starbucks is in that market. There's Subway was here. Jimmy John's came out too. There's no such thing as a saturated market. How are you going to stand out? What do you do differently? What do you bring to the market? Why should somebody pick you over somebody else? So and if we're specifically talking about the Black community, we need, should I say it this way? We need to be saved, but we need to be saved by us. Mm-hmm. We need to be saved by us. So keep putting out these businesses that help Black people. Keep talking to us about economic exchange. Keep talking to us about Black Wall Street, because we need it. Just tell us what makes you different and why we need you and how you're going to do it differently. That's all I say.
I think that's a good point. It's not. I mean, sometimes a saturated market can be better than an empty market. If it's empty, that means nobody's making money over there. But if it's saturated, that might mean that's where the money is. So I think saturated markets can be the best markets to go into. So what I can do is I can go ahead and pull up the next pitch. Are you ready?
Yep.
You got it all out? All right. Good stuff. All right. Do me a favor, guys. Everybody watching, please hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button. You're watching Life's a Pitch. This is our Black-owned business pitch competition where we invite Black-owned businesses to submit a 90-second pitch, and we will play the pitch. That way you get free advertising, but also you can critique the pitch and learn from our critique of the pitch, and also support Black businesses. So there's a role for everybody, whether you are a business that wants to pitch, or you're a person that wants to support Black businesses, or you just like a good contest, or whatever, or you just love Black stuff. This is what we're here for. And this is Lene Javette, by the way. And that URL up there is blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. So if you are training entrepreneurs for the next generation in your family, we have a great Black business school for children that you can find right there at blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. The first month is just $1, so you can try it out. Feel free to go take a look. All right. So the next pitch, I shall pull it up right now. Let me see if I can get this up here. There we go. All right. So we got a brother here, and this is a sports company. So this will be interesting, right? I think that Black men Black people, period, should be running all the sports. I mean, Lord knows we play enough of the sports. Why don't we own a piece of it? So this brother has the idea that we can own a piece of the sports industry. So let's see what he has to say here. Let's see. Let me see if I can turn the volume up. Make sure we can hear him loud and clear. All right. And I'm going to turn it up here. And if you're watching on Instagram, by the way, if you want to see this live, just go to drboystv.com. We're streaming up there. All right, here we go.
Hi, I'm Charles Norman, CEO and founder of Sports Solutions, LLC. We are a software and technology development company. But instead of telling you what we could do, I want to show you what we've already done and let you decide if we're worth investing in. Imagine you're a high school athlete with a desire to play at the collegiate level, and you found a software that will allow you to enter your academic information, select your sport, the area of the country you want to participate in, and at the level that you can participate. And you can hit a button, and suddenly every single college and university that you qualify to attend pops up on the screen. Pretty cool, huh? But imagine if you clicked another button and got all the academic information, coach contact information, link to the school, link to the athletic homepage, and link to your sport page, and you could save it after you've done your research and you like that school. That would be even cooler. Well, that's exactly what we've done. So if you are an athlete in high school and you want to play at the collegiate level, there's no better place to come than theathleticsos.com. Remember, no matter what you do when you're investing, the number one rule for investing, invest in yourself first. On the following screen, you'll get contact information if you want to invest in our company, and we also get a discounted code so that you can use our system for 80% off. Thank you for your time. Hi, I'm Charles.
All right, Lene, what do you say?
You already know what I'm about to say. It was a commercial.
Why are you slamming ink pens? What's with the violence?
It was a commercial. That tells me he has not watched a single episode, because we have said, please pitch your business. Don't send us a commercial. Send us a pitch. So I have to say that first, because I want to make sure that anybody who's watching knows that we're looking for pitches, not commercials, a pitch. So he gets a ding on sending a commercial and not a pitch. I say that to say this. I love the industry. I definitely think we as Black people need to be in the tech space. We need to be in the tech space. We need to be in the tech space. He has tech and sports, not just tech and sports, but tech and collegiate sports. Like, that's dope. The concept is dope. The ideal is dope. What it does for college students, I think that that's dope. I like that it's not a quote unquote Black business for Black people. It's a Black business that's for the whole wide world. I love that, because that means we get to go and dominate a different industry out in globally. I don't like that he didn't provide the URL, so you made me have to read at the end again. If this was a pitch with words, he would have had to say that. So he lost some points for me from it not being a pitch. It wasn't personable. I don't feel like he told us. I mean, he showed us what it is, but I just think he could use his words a little bit better. Overall, the product itself is good. The company that he has is good. The service that he provides is good. It's just, if you would have pitched it, I would have been like, oh my God, this is so great. We need this, which is not to say we don't need it, but it just would have took it like it was a 5.5 because it was a commercial, where if he would have pitched it would have been like an 8, 9, 10.
Ooh. All right. So let me ask the audience, give me a yes or no. Did you think the pitch was solid or not? Yes or no? Yes if you think it was solid. No if you think it was not solid. Yes or no? Give me a yes or no. Let's see here. All right, so I'm waiting for the comments to come back in. Let me while you comment on that, let me say this. I actually liked his pitch. Actually, I can't. I'm not going to debate or disagree with you on the fact that it was a commercial, right? It's like, yeah, technically it was a commercial, and by commercial, I think Lene means it wasn't a pitch. It wasn't like we're standing in the elevator and you're telling me about your business. It was, I got props, I got B-roll, I got all extra stuff on the screen. That is a commercial. That's deeper than just a pitch. Now there are some people, Christy and Miss Marvelous Blessed and Simple Living and Jerry Russell, who agree with me that despite the shortcomings of the pitch, I thought it was pretty good. Let me tell you what I thought was good. Let me. I wrote it on a piece of paper here. First of all, he started off, he was like, this is who we are and this is what we do. I said, this is good. I don't have to figure that out now. Thank you. Like I said, we are blah, 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 and we are an information technology company or something like that. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I know he said it. And there's something about that clarity that I just thought was awesome. Also, he did something that's personal for me. I like hearing about what you've done, but then again, it's a personal thing, right? I'm not so great at, this is what is probably going to happen eventually. I get email every day from somebody that's going to save the whole Black community and create 10 billion jobs. It ain't done nothing, right? Ain't started nothing yet. And I don't say anything because I'm not a dream killer. I don't want to do that. But I like to see what you've done like that. That's the difference between what's real and what's not real. That's the difference between a grown-up business and a baby idea, right? So make sure that whatever you're doing, measure yourself by what you created, measure yourself by what you've done. Like, literally that day, if you didn't do anything to your business that day, you have to ask yourself, do I care about my business? Am I really pursuing my dream? And I had that talk with people a lot. Like, okay, so you tell me you're going to create all this one day, but what did you do today? Let's go from level 1 to level 2. You're at level 1. One day I'm going to do this. One day I'm going to do that. No, I want to hear about 2. Let's go to level 2. What did you do today? Right? The next thing I'll say is, he was speaking to the athletes and saying, come sign up for this. Now, here's the thing. I got a 17-year-old in my house and he can't pay for nothing because he ain't got a job. And so to me, I'm thinking if you're trying to get, if he's now he's tall, he could be a basketball player, but he's not that good. But let's say he was a basketball player. And he sees this pitch and he likes it and he thinks that he should sign up for this thing. Sure, maybe he could come tell one of us, like, hey, I saw this thing. I want to sign up for it. Can you come pay for this? But it might be just as good also to speak to the parents who are actually going to pay. When you make a pitch, if you're trying to get somebody to do something, you're throwing in a call to action. You got to know who you're talking to and you got to know what you want to tell them to do. So, for example, Let me give you an example. Let me practice something that we can pitch now. So let's go back to the Black Millionaires of Tomorrow program, our Black Business School for Children. I'm not going to pitch this to children because children don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. I'm going to pitch this to the mama, pitch this to the dad, because the dad and the mother know what's best for the child. So my goal is not to convince your 7-year-old that they should want to be in this program. They're not going to believe me. My goal is to convince you that your 7-year-old should be in the program, and because you got the money and you're the one who actually makes the decisions in the household. So a lot of marketing is done in a way where they figure out who's the decision maker. So if they're selling, cookies, they're like, well, who in the house decides what cookies to buy, right? But if they're selling I don't know, auto equipment or electronics, it might be a different person, who picks the the screwdrivers or whatever, right? So you got to know who you're talking to. You got to know what you want them to do. And the last thing was that last page was kind of messy. There was a lot of information on there, and I didn't get 2% of it. So I think that having like one URL where people can go there and do one thing that you specifically tell them to do is probably better. He also had the price and everything there. But so it was almost like that last page was almost like the landing page, not a great landing page either, but it was a landing page with tons of information. I saw the $401 or something. I don't know what that meant. So because you can't process all that information in a pitch. A lot of times when you talk to people, they can only remember one or two things that you say. So you got to figure out what those one or two things are you need them to remember and make sure they remember that. Because if you tell them everything, they're not going to remember anything. Lynette.
I have my 2 cents I want to add, but you started here and then you came down here. So what was your ultimate outlook on the pitch? I
mean, I like it. He's a professional. His pitch might not have been perfect, but the man looks.
Pitch was not perfect. Okay, so let me tell you how he could have made it perfect. This is what he could have did. Now, somebody said, what's the difference between a pitch and a commercial? A commercial has transitions. A commercial is more informational. Well, let me rephrase it. For the sake of what we're doing with Life's a Pitch. So let's apply it specifically to this, okay? When you are pitching, we're going to say you're running into Boyce or Oprah or Jay-Z or Diddy or whoever it is at the elevator, okay? You have 90 seconds from walking into the elevator on the first floor to getting to the 7th floor. You got 90 seconds. Go. That means you can't transition. You can't show them your website. You can't, do a transition from this screen to that screen. You have to use your words and pitch yourself. What we just saw was a commercial. Now, how he could have did that same thing in a pitch was said, I forget what his name was or the name of the business, but what we do is we help students, we help athletic students match with NCAA, I'm making this up. We help students match their athletic whatever with collegiate programs that match them based on academic structure, grades, blah, 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 that's already in the program. For a nominal fee of $400, students can do this and parents can do this. You should go, you can check us out at www. Like he could have literally told us what he showed us and it would have had the same impact. That would have been a pitch. Why is that important? If he were to meet you in the streets at Walmart or wherever the case might be, and he saw you with your 6'7" son, and he wanted to tell you and your son about your program, he needs to know how to pitch you. You're not going to stand there so he can show you his video and say, hey, watch this video. This is what I do. So pitching allows you to speak about what it is that you do. My name is Lene Javette. I'm a high performance business development strategist. I help Black entrepreneurs and small business owners develop upscale businesses so that they can have profitable businesses that create legacies for their family. Like you need to be able to talk about your business like boom, boom, boom. So people are like, damn, I need a profitable business. My business is not developed well. I need to call you. Can you help me write my book? Can you help me get my business together? Like you need to pitch so that people feel like, damn, that's what I need. Off of your words.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think that's a good thing too. I mean, I think it's one great thing about business is, if you figure out the basics of it, that it really comes down to solving a problem for somebody. If they need what you have, then they're going to pay for it. I try to understand relationships with a customer by thinking about how I go through the purchase process. You know, like I can think of times where somebody will say, "Oh, I can help you do this, this, and this," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I really need that. Okay, where's my credit card?" But then there might be other times where I'm like, "It was a great pitch, but I don't need what you're offering," or I can do it myself or whatever, right? So I think helping them understand your value, that value proposition, is so important in a pitch. So do me a favor, guys. If you haven't done this yet, please hit the thumbs up button, share, and subscribe button. You're watching Life's a Pitch, which is our weekly Black-owned business pitch competition. We bring Black-owned businesses that submit video pitches, 90-second pitches, and we play the pitch and we critique the pitch. And we also talk about the business, and then we talk about it in a way where you can go and do a cash mob or a flash mob or a wealth mob on the business, where you can go in and either support the business, or you can just give them feedback, or you can at least share the link. So if you could share this link, some of you watching on Facebook, etc., or maybe YouTube, just share the link to your social media platform. That will go a long way. All right. So Lene, are you ready for the next pitch?
Yes. Chrissy Harris says, I didn't even recognize Boyce without his glasses on.
I know. You know what happened? I can't see nothing. I have this crazy thing. I broke my glasses.
You haven't got new ones yet?
We'll say it again.
You haven't got new ones yet? It's been like 2 weeks.
I know. I broke my glasses, right? And unfortunately, I carried an old pair in my bag. And the problem with the old pair is that it helps me see things far away, which I can't see without my glasses. With my glasses off, I can see everything up close. I can't see things far away. So when I put my glasses on, I can see everything far away, but I can't see stuff that's close. I know, it's crazy, right? It's ridiculous. So
I need mine at night when I drive.
Really? Very nice. Tell Lene she looks great with her glasses on.
This is my librarian. Look and telling Boyce earlier.
Yes. All right. We all want to go to the library now. Okay. So you guys ready for the next pitch? Give me a yes or no in the chat if you're ready for the next pitch.
Yeah.
And, we will lay it out now. Okay. So let me share my screen. I'm going to pull up. This is an awesome Black woman who has a company called the Mega Math Bootcamp. Very nice. Let's see what she has to say.
Hi, welcome to Inspire My 711, the academic convenience store where you can find fun, fast, and functional facts. Today, I am here to share with you that I have developed the Mega Math Bootcamp, a 6 to 8 session workshop that focuses on one key math concept area at a time. My name is Miss Aisha, and I have been in education for over 13 years. And I noticed that when students get to be around the 4th or 5th grade, they start to complain about math. They say they can't do it. It's too hard. What is the point? So this is a time where we are focusing a lot on fractions, decimals, operations, and algebraic thinking. Remember that math is the M in STEAM: science, technology, engineering, art, and math. There are so many jobs and careers that involve STEAM skills, and math is in every single one of those. So I believe that if we can laser focus on one key concept area at a time and help students to munch on bite-sized pieces of information, that we can really help them to master key foundational skills. So especially during this time of distance learning, let's help our students achieve stronger results and stronger confidence. Please join me at theacademicconvenience-store.com. Again, theacademicconvenience-store.com. YouTube channel, The Academic Convenience Store. All grades are welcome. Sign up today. Let's help build your students' math muscle. Let's make math make sense.
All right, Lene, what's for you?
I loved it. Okay, so first of all, come through with the energy, sis. I love the energy from the beginning. I love the colors. I love wearing different colors on my eye makeup. Y'all saw me, I think last week or the week before, I had turquoise on my eyes. I love it. I love when melanin beautiful women step out and do color. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because I didn't used to wear red lipstick. Like I used to be very cognitive of the complexion of my skin and what I would do. And as an adult, I wear green and I do what I want to as an adult. So I love it when I see other women just be like, this is me. I'm a queen. I'm a sister. I'm gonna do what I do. Loved her personality. And she started out with the facts. This is the name of the company, and this is what we do. She already drew me in from the beginning. I was like, okay, let me hear some more. So she did the who, the what, the where. She gave her experience. I'm a teacher. I've been doing it for this long. She hit you with the problem statement, the pain point on students fallen off in math, and she told you why they do it. And then she dropped STEAM. Let me tell you, this is the second time I heard about STEAM in the last 24 hours. The first time I heard it, I thought somebody didn't know what they were putting in the social media. It was like Gabrielle Union. She was talking about STEAM. I was like, somebody needs to go tell her that it's spelled STEM. But when she said it and she said what the acronym was for, I was like, oh, that's a new thing. So this is too funny to hear it again today. But we need to be involved with any type of STEM, STEAM, anything that has to do with technology and mathematics and things of this nature, because it's the language of the future. It's the positions of the future. We need to be involved. So if she's already bringing this to our children, I say kudos to her. I thought she did a good job of talking about what's happening right now. Distance learning. Parents are pulling their hair out, trying to help their children. So she talked about if you want stronger results, this is what you need for this distance learning. So it's completely applicable and relevant to what's happening right now. She talked about it being for all grades. She told you could sign up today. She gave a call to action. She gave her URL. The only thing she did not do was tell us if it is for everyone everywhere. The assumption is that it is. That didn't sound like it was tutoring. So the assumption is that it's for anybody, anywhere who's dealing with math. So that's what my assumption is. But I might have added that just to say, I think Freedom's on here. I would have just did like Freedom say, hey, this is for anybody, anywhere. Log on, get your kids into it. So that's the only teeny tiny thing. Overall, I thought it was stellar.
Yeah, you know what? The first thing that jumped out at me was I like positive energy. I like the way she really brought it in terms of that high energy. Now, what was funny was it was almost like it boiled over a little bit, like it was almost a little too much. A lot of extra hand movement, and so I thought so. But that's really more of a preference. I thought it was good though. It was more good than bad, right? Like I really like the fact that she just comes off like a person that's pleasant, that's energized, that's passionate. I think passion almost always translates positively to anything that you do, right? So she laid out the passion, and you want somebody cheerful working with your kid, right? I thought that she did a good job of also focusing on the problem and providing a solution. Remember, a lot of business is about solving problems, so she said, look, here are all your problems that you probably have. Here's how I can help you solve those problems. And people will invest in that. Smart people do anyway. Smart people will invest in things that help them solve their problems. I like the sign in the background in terms of having the information right there, because people remember more of what they see a lot of times than what they hear anyway. The hard part with the sign was I couldn't really read it. I was trying to read it, and there was something about the glare where I couldn't read it. And also when she said, I think it was an academicconvenience.com, something like that. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like if you do a radio interview and you mention your business on the radio, people are going to misspell it because they don't know if it's convenience with a CE or convenience with a T. And believe me, people will misspell the words dog and cat like on the radio. It's ridiculous, right? So you almost have to be really careful and spell it a certain way and be
I go to the Black Business School website almost every day, and sometimes I misspell it. I'm not going to lie to you, because Black Business SS School with an S, like something super simple. Like if you know how to spell business and you know how to spell school, you should know how to go to the Black Business School. And I still mess it up. Just this is how easy it is to mess it up.
Yeah. It's very easy. So if you go to the point where you're trying to pitch your business on a radio show or something, you're going to have to make sure that you have a URL that people are not going to mess up, because you'll lose a lot of potential customers that way. So but beyond that though, I thought she did really good. I was really impressed, and I love. I mean, I was impressed with everybody today. What do you think, Lene? I thought everybody kind of brought something nice. Like, I don't know. Tell me in the crowd, y'all. Are y'all a little proud to be Black today? I'm proud. I'm Black and I'm proud right now because I feel good about what I saw. And we're gonna give everybody a chance to vote. So actually on my Twitter, I'll give you guys the link. I put up a poll on my Twitter. My Twitter is Dr. Boyce Watkins 1, and I'm gonna share the link in the chat. And you guys can go to my Twitter and place a vote. And at the end, I will announce who the winner is for tonight. So I'm going to pop this in the chat, in the comments right now. Dual, the moderator, should be here. Dual, if you see this, if you could keep that link and keep sharing it, I'd appreciate it. I see Carmelita in here as well. Carmelita's awesome. She works at the Black Business School. And in the Black Business School, we always have people there that you can talk to on a regular basis. So just come on by. And in fact, our Black Wealth Bootcamp starts on January 7th. So if you go to blackwealthbootcamp.com, you can still join. You can actually get 30% off as an early bird discount. So feel free to join. It's really popular. Everybody loves it. And it's really great for those who want to reduce your economic dependence on the corporate plantation. Maybe you want to quit your job and start a business or whatever. You don't have to do it by yourself. Don't be silly like me, where I did all of it by myself. Learn from people who've already done it so that the road is shorter and easier for you. All right. So Lene, I'm going to play the pitches again so we can see them again with a fresh eye. Did you have anything else to say about this last sister before we do that?
No, I just want to co-sign what you said. All of the pitches tonight, I think were really good. They brought something fresh to various industries from our perspective. I love to see us thinking outside the box. And this is no shade to anybody's business. It's hard enough to start a business. So this is definitely no shade to anybody's business. But I love to see us thinking outside the box and starting businesses that are not your normal traditional business that you would expect to see, quote unquote, as a Black-owned business. There's so many elements and so many industries and tech and just areas that we need to infiltrate. We need to be in tech. We need to be in law. We need to be in legal. We need to be in medical. We need to be in construction. We need to be in electronics. Like there's just so many industries that we need to go into and dominate: tutoring, education, government, politics. And I like to see when people do that instead of, some of the easier things that we go into that we just see in our community. Like we need to go outside of our community, buy Black, bring Black dollars back into the community, but let everybody buy from you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's really important. I think that, and what's going to happen is it's going to evolve naturally as we shift the culture. As we become more of an entrepreneurial culture, then you're going to see Black folks doing all kinds of things. And so I'm patient with us, but at the same time, I kind of want to nudge us forward to say there's a whole world out here. There's a lot of possibilities out here besides just, getting up and punching the clock every day. And I don't know how many of you, give me a yes or no. Give me a yes or no if you enjoy getting up and punching the clock and working for people who don't like you every day. I don't know. Give me a yes or no. Because I think that if you are a person who says no to that question, I just want to encourage you to realize there's a bigger world out here for you. And there are people out here that can show you what to do, that can help you. You don't have to do it all by yourself. So work as a team, learn from each other, support each other. And that's how you can achieve your goal. All right. So by the way, in case you can't hit the Twitter link, I put the link in here where you can vote. Everybody should vote. They say vote or die. Everybody needs to vote. And so hit the link and vote. If you can't hit the link and go to the Twitter, just go to Twitter, look for Dr. Boyce Watkins 1, Dr. Boyce Watkins, the number 1, and you can actually vote there. At the end, I will make the announcement on who the winner is, and we're going to show every pitch again, starting from the beginning. So if you're ready, Lene, I can go ahead and pull up the pitches. All right, she's ready. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull this up. Okay, so the first pitch, here we go. Here she is. Sharing my screen. All right, here we go.
Hello, family. My name is Crystal. I'm the creator of the Black Academic Exchange Group. The Black Academic Exchange Group mission is to rebuild Black Wall Street one brick at a time. We do this by supporting and showcasing Black-owned businesses locally and online. And we showcase them on our Instagram and Facebook pages, which we created 175,000 organic views. And right at this point, we decided to go a step further and create a website. And we will have an online store, which will be dropping on Black Friday of 2020, that will only display Black-owned products only. And we'll also have a classified, a Black business directory, and a blog, and also news which will showcase Black-owned businesses, as well as things that affect the Black community. Right now, as of 2021, we will be opening a brick and mortar store on the Avenue of Fashion in Detroit, Michigan, which will also showcase Black-owned businesses and their products in our stores. And we also will have local vendors come out and show their showcases as well. I'm looking forward to that. And you can also check our website at blackacademic.com blackacademic.net, and also go to our Instagram at Black Economic Exchange Group and our Facebook Black Economic Exchange Group Social Media Management. I thank you for your time, and you have a wonderful night.
All right. So, Lene, if you want me to, I can go ahead and just move to the next pitch. What do you think?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll say this. Just this is for everybody. As you're recording your videos, try to make sure that you do it horizontally if you can, so that it comes this way. Even if you record on your phone, still try to do it horizontally, because then you get the full effect of the screen this way, as opposed to being a vertical. Okay.
All right. And don't forget, guys, make sure you vote, and that way we can see what you think. So give me a second here. The link is in the chat. All right. So here we go. I'm going to pull this up.
Hi, I'm Charles Norman, CEO and founder of Sports Solutions LLC. We are a software and technology development company, but instead of telling you what we can do, I want to show you what we've already done and let you decide if we're worth investing in.
Imagine you're a high school athlete with a desire to play at the collegiate level, and you found a software that will allow you to enter your academic information, select your sport, the area of the country you want to participate in, and at the level that you can participate. And you can hit a button, and suddenly every single college and university that you qualify to attend pops up on the screen. Pretty cool, huh? But imagine if you clicked another button and got all the academic information, coach contact information, link to the school, link to the athletic homepage, and link to your sport page, and you could save it after you've done your research and you like that school. That would be even cooler. Well, that's exactly what we've done. So if you are an athlete in high school and you want to play at the collegiate level, there's no better place to come than theathleticsos.com. Remember, no matter what you do when you're investing, the number one rule for investing, invest in yourself first. On the following screen, you'll get contact information if you want to invest in our company, and we also get a discounted code so that you can use our system for 80% off. Thank you for your time.
All right, and there's this information. I'll leave that on the screen for a second so you guys can see it. There's a lot of information there. For investor or collaboration opportunities, contact Charles E. Norman II, CEO of Sports Solutions LLC. That is a lot of information. Wow. Okay, well, there you go. So you guys can freeze the screen and watch the video later. Lene, before I move on, did you have something else you wanted to say?
Just I saw the comments earlier. They were like, are we supposed to invest or are we not supposed to invest? So the use of investing probably could have been tweaked a little bit better. But what I did do the second time around, because I was completely thrown off by it being a commercial the first time, is I closed my eyes and I listened to it. The pitch was good. The pitch was good. If you close your eyes and you didn't see the visual, you just heard what he said, the pitch was still good. He didn't need the visual. Pitch was still good. However, the closing, if he wouldn't have had that screen and he would have just told us verbally what the stuff was, like I said, it would have been 8, 9, 10 for me. It was the fact that it was a commercial, and I'm not even gonna say that. It was the fact that it was a commercial, and the product is good. I just think he could have did a much better job if he had shown his face and told us about it. Like I would have been. I don't even have a kid that's an athlete, but I would have been like, oh, this is dope, and it's still dope. He just could have been a little bit better.
Okay. So, by the way, guys, I put the URL, the link to the pitch where you can vote. So make sure you vote. If you don't want to vote, you don't have to. But if you want your voice to be heard in terms of picking the winner, then please click that link and place your vote. And we will move to the next pitch. So let me grab that sucker here. Here we go. Okay. And here you go.
Hi, welcome to Inspire My 711, the academic convenience store where you can find fun, fast, and functional facts. Today, I am here to share with you that I have developed the Mega Math Bootcamp, a 6 to 8 session workshop that focuses on one key math concept area at a time. My name is Miss Aisha, and I have been in education for over 13 years. And I noticed that when students get to be around the 4th or 5th grade, they start to complain about math. They say they can't do it, it's too hard, what is the point? So this is a time where we are focusing a lot on fractions, decimals, operations, and algebraic thinking. Remember that math is the M in STEAM: science, technology, engineering, art, and math. There are so many jobs and careers that involve STEAM skills, and math is in every single one of those. So I believe that if we can laser focus on one key concept area at a time and help students to munch on bite-sized pieces of information, that we can really help them to master key foundational skills. So especially during this time of distance learning, let's help our students achieve stronger results and stronger confidence. Please join me at theacademicconvenience.store.com. Again, theacademicconvenience.store.com. YouTube channel, The Academic Convenience Store. All grades are welcome. Sign up today. Let's help build your students' math muscle. Let's make math make sense.
I loved it. I liked it even better the second time. I didn't even see the Let's Make Math Make Sense with the CENTS. However, I will say this. After you said something about the hands, I noticed them. However, I will say this. I talk with my hands too. So that's probably why I didn't notice it. But I thought it was a good job.
The jazz hands. Well,
I talk with my hands. I have to remind myself to, I do this a lot, like, because I am expressive. I talk with my hands. So I have to.
Well, you know what? It was well done. You know, I really liked it and I enjoyed it, and I like positive energy and passion and you know, and you could tell people that are going to be successful a lot of times, you know, by how devoted you are to what you're doing. I mean, if you have something that people want and you're devoted to it and you're consistently marketing that thing to the right people, then it's only a matter of time before great things start to happen. So I loved it. I thought it was well done. And if I had to pitch or pick which pitch I would select as the winner, it would be the sister at the end. What do you think?
I would go with the sister at the end as well, the Academic Convenience Store. And just in case, like, I don't know if you're interested in changing the URL, but if you were, some ideas would, of course, be TABC, the Academic Business Store, TABS, or the ABS. Like, you can be you can come up with some really cool and creative things to do to shorten that domain name if that was something you were interested in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So who do you guys think won? Let us know. Place your vote, and we will. That way we can document the winner for this week. You guys know we do this every week at 8:00 on financialjuneteenth.tv.com. You've got to come through and support Black businesses. This is where we feature the businesses, but it benefits you as well. You can support the businesses, but actually you can learn. You can get some good ideas. You can see what should and shouldn't be done. And one thing that's really true is that a good pitch can be worth millions of dollars for you. You know, I've seen people that have one good pitch and they've killed it with one good pitch. So never underestimate the power of the pitch. Lene, did you have any final thoughts before I announce the winner?
No, just, you know, it takes a lot. I didn't have to do a disclaimer tonight. Every pitch was good, but it takes a lot to first to start a business, to put your business up for critiquing in this manner. It's one thing when somebody inboxes me or sends me a message and says, "Hey, Lene, will you look at my website? Will you look at my business? Will you take a look at my sales page?" That's one thing. It's just me and them. But when you submit to a platform like this where hundreds and thousands of people are going to see it and you let somebody critique it, like, that takes nerve. And so I'm appreciative to the businesses that allow us to do this and send their business in.
Yeah, me too. I'll tell you what, everybody did great, and I really had a good time. And thank you to the audience for hanging out with us. And so now I'm going to announce the winner. I gave you guys the link where you could vote on my Twitter page, and the winner is the Mega Math Bootcamp. The Mega Math Bootcamp got 50% of the vote. The other two actually got about 25% apiece, actually. It was almost dead even for second place, but first place was clearly 50%. So everybody give a digital round of applause to the sister who won from the Mega Math Bootcamp. And also her link, the link to her page should be in the bio of this video. I think I might have actually put the bio in from last week, so I got to go in there and change that. But do you have the URL written down by chance today, or if you don't have it, that's okay. We can get it and put it in there later for everybody to go follow.
I don't, but I think Joelle has been posting all different businesses that have pitched tonight. She's been posting their links in there, but like you said, I believe I'm looking at the YouTube and all of them are there. Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. And thank you to the moderators. I see Carmelita in here. I see Duel in here, and there are that I might have missed. Say it again.
I said, "What's up, Carmelita?" You know, we go way back.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. You got to tell me. You got to tell me those stories.
just from doing business with you, like we just. Like,
I was okay. I need some good Carmelita stories. I need some.
Yeah, I don't got none.
Leave me alone. But all right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out, and just a reminder: if you have kids and you want to get them ready for the holidays in a positive way, we actually have financial workbooks and flashcards that teach financial literacy to kids. They're custom designed for Black children, made by Black experts. So if you want your kids to get a head start on Black wealth, feel free to go to financialworkbooks.com. That's financialworkbooks.com. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button before you get out of here. And also, just a reminder, some of you are asking about the Black Wealth Calendar. That's the URL. So the calendars will be available through the end of the year. So feel free to go to blackwealthcalendar.com. So take care, guys. We will see you next week. We will send you a notification when we do the show again next week. Text the word voice to 31996 if you want a text notification. And we shall see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.